Toyota is recalling more than 140,000 vehicles. The first recall is for 2024 to 2025 Toyota Tacomas.
Toyota is famous for building reliable cars, but not every Toyota wins hearts in America. Some Toyotas have quietly turned into slow sellers, losing buyers to newer, smarter choices. From forgotten sedans and tiny hatchbacks to gas-hungry SUVs and overpriced sporty cars, these Toyotas couldn't keep up with what people want today. If you're thinking of getting a Toyota, you need to know which ones to avoid before wasting your money. Stay with us as we uncover the 15 worst-selling Toyotas in America right now and see which ones are quietly disappearing from the roads. Number 15, Toyota Avalon. The Toyota Avalon was once the big, comfortable car many families loved, but times have changed in America. People now want SUVs that can handle rough roads, carry lots of groceries, and give them a higher view while driving. The Avalon, being a full-size sedan, could not keep up with these changes, and its sales started dropping before it was finally discontinued after 2022. The Avalon tried to stand out with a quiet ride, a roomy interior, and soft seats that made long trips comfortable.
Those cars could have damaged seat belts that don't meet strength requirements.
But many buyers saw that it was just a more expensive version of the Toyota Camry, which offers nearly the same comfort, reliability, and space, but at a lower price. This made buyers question why they should spend extra on the Avalon when the Camry was a smarter deal. Another challenge was the rising popularity of Toyota's own SUVs, like the Highlander and RAV4, which attracted families and older drivers alike. The Avalon, on the other hand, felt like a car for a different era, and people who once loved sedans moved on to crossovers for the added space and utility. One of the biggest problems for the Avalon was high depreciation. New buyers would see their car lose value quickly, making it less attractive for those who cared about resale value. This made people more cautious about buying a brand new Avalon, leaving many to consider used cars or other Toyota models that held their value better. While the Avalon provided a comfortable ride with a V6 engine that was smooth and powerful, it just couldn't match the growing excitement people felt for hybrids and SUVs. The design also started looking outdated, and even with updates, it couldn't compete with the sleek looks and technology offered in rival cars. As the Avalon quietly exited the stage, many dealerships noticed fewer people even asking about it. The American car market is changing fast, and the Avalon couldn't keep up with what buyers wanted. Next, let's look at a car that has amazing technology, but struggles to find its place on American roads. Number 14, Toyota Mirai. The Toyota Mirai is a car that shows the future can be exciting, but not every futuristic idea finds a home in the market. The Mirai runs on hydrogen fuel cells, which is a clean way to drive without gas or charging like an electric vehicle. It turns hydrogen into electricity and only releases water from the tailpipe. While this sounds perfect, it comes with challenges that made the Mirai one of Toyota's worst-selling cars in America. One of the biggest problems for the Mirai is that hydrogen stations are extremely limited in the United States. Most stations are in California, which means people outside the state can't even consider owning a Mirai. Even in California, hydrogen stations can be few and far between, making it stressful for drivers who don't want to plan every trip around finding fuel. The Mirai is also quite expensive compared to other cars that can do a similar job. Even with its clean energy benefits, buyers find it hard to pay a premium price for a car that limits where they can travel. This has kept sales very low, as most buyers prefer electric vehicles, which can be charged at home over a hydrogen-powered vehicle. Another issue with the Mirai is the lack of practicality for everyday buyers. While the technology is impressive, it doesn't provide a clear advantage over battery electric vehicles, which now have longer ranges and more charging options. The Mirai's interior is comfortable, and it does have a sleek design, but these features alone can't pull in buyers who want practicality, freedom of travel, and lower costs. The Mirai also faces competition within Toyota's lineup, with cars like the Prius and RAV4 Hybrid offering more accessible green technology. Number 13, Toyota Prius Prime. The Toyota Prius Prime is a plug-in hybrid that tried to bring the best of electric and hybrid driving together. It offers the ability to drive on electric power for short trips and switch to gas for longer drives. But despite these good intentions, the Prius Prime struggles in the American market and has low sales compared to other Toyotas. One of the reasons the Prius Prime doesn't sell well is its limited electric range. While many new plug-in hybrids and full electric vehicles can go much farther on a single charge, the Prius Prime offers a small electric range, which feels outdated in today's market. Buyers who want to save on gas often choose hybrids like the regular Prius, or go fully electric with cars that can take them longer distances without switching to gas. Another issue is its outdated interior and styling. The Prius Prime's design doesn't match the modern looks and comfort that buyers now expect, especially with so many new electric and hybrid models entering the market with advanced technology, bigger screens, and more attractive interiors. For many buyers, the Prius Prime feels stuck in the past, making it hard to justify its price. In many states outside California and the Northeast, the demand for plug-in hybrids like the Prius Prime is low. This car struggles to find a place in areas where people either prefer fully electric cars or stick to regular hybrids that don't need to be plugged in. It becomes a car that serves a small group of buyers, limiting its potential to grow in the market. Toyota's own lineup also creates competition for the Prius Prime. Number 12, Toyota Prius C. The Toyota Prius C was once introduced as a smaller, more affordable hybrid option in Toyota's lineup, aimed at younger buyers who wanted to save on fuel without spending too much. However, over the years, the Prius C struggled to keep up with changing market demands, leading to its discontinuation in the United States in 2019. One of the major reasons for the Prius C's low sales was its cramped interior. While it was small and easy to park, it did not offer the comfort or space that many buyers needed for daily driving or family use. The back seats felt tight, and the cargo area was limited, making it less practical compared to other cars in Toyota's lineup, like the Corolla Hybrid, which offered more room while still providing excellent fuel efficiency. The design of the Prius C also became outdated quickly. While it started with a fresh look, Toyota did not give it the updates needed to keep it competitive. Buyers found the interior to be basic, lacking the advanced features and technology that newer cars began to offer, such as bigger touchscreens, updated safety features, and modern materials that create a comfortable driving experience. As hybrid technology improved, other Toyota models began to deliver better fuel economy and performance, making the Prius C less attractive. Buyers could find similar or better fuel efficiency in cars with more power and space, leading many to skip the Prius C in favor of newer options like the Corolla Hybrid or even the standard Prius. Another challenge for the Prius C was its resale value. As it became clear that it was not as popular, its resale value dropped, making it a less attractive purchase for buyers who cared about long-term value. Number 11, Toyota Yaris. The Toyota Yaris once tried to bring a splash of fun to small car lovers in America, but it could not escape the tide that swept away many subcompact cars in the United States.
We have invested in the United States for 68 years now. For nearly 7 decades, we've been investing in America. We've invested $50 billion here.
While the Yaris was praised for being affordable and easy to park, its tiny size and limited power left it gasping for attention in a country that loves bigger cars with stronger engines. The Yaris struggled with a cramped interior, making it hard for families or even young buyers who needed space for daily life. The back seats felt tight, and the small trunk could barely hold grocery bags, let alone suitcases for a trip. In a world where people want comfort and practicality, the Yaris could not keep up. Another challenge for the Yaris was its lack of power. Driving on highways or steep roads felt slow, and the engine struggled when carrying passengers or heavy loads. This made it less appealing for people who needed a car for more than just city errands. The biggest hit to the Yaris came as Americans started falling in love with crossovers and small SUVs, like the Toyota RAV4 and the Honda HR-V. These vehicles offered more space, better comfort, and a higher driving position, all while maintaining good fuel efficiency. The Yaris, with its tiny footprint and basic design, simply faded into the background. Toyota tried to refresh the Yaris, but it was not enough to save its place in the market. By 2020, the Yaris was officially discontinued in the United States due to poor sales, quietly leaving showrooms without many people noticing. The car that was once meant to bring affordable driving joy became a forgotten chapter in Toyota's story. Number 10, Toyota Sequoia, pre-2023. The Toyota Sequoia, before its 2023 redesign, was once a symbol of power and space for big families. It was large, strong, and built to handle road trips and towing with ease. But even the mighty can fall, and the Sequoia found itself slowly sinking in America's market as it held onto an old design for far too long. One of the biggest problems the Sequoia faced was poor fuel economy. With rising gas prices and the growing popularity of hybrid and fuel-efficient SUVs, the Sequoia's thirst for fuel made it unattractive to many buyers. Filling up a Sequoia meant spending a lot at the pump, and this became hard to justify for families looking to save money. Another issue was its outdated technology. As other SUVs were coming out with advanced screens, modern safety features, and high-quality interiors, the Sequoia's cabin felt like a step back in time. Even loyal Toyota buyers found it hard to ignore how behind it was compared to rivals like the Ford Expedition or Chevy Tahoe. Its large size, which was once an advantage, started to feel like a burden. The Sequoia was harder to park in crowded cities, and many families began preferring mid-size SUVs that provided enough space without the challenges of managing such a big vehicle. The sales of the Sequoia dropped before its redesign, showing that even Toyota could struggle when a model stayed too long without change. Buyers wanted better fuel economy, advanced technology, and a more modern feel, and the old Sequoia could not deliver. Number 9. Toyota Land Cruiser. The Toyota Land Cruiser is a name that holds respect among off-road enthusiasts, but in the United States, it struggled to find its place in a changing market. Known for its toughness and reliability in extreme conditions, the Land Cruiser came with a price tag that many found hard to accept. One of the biggest challenges for the Land Cruiser was its extremely high price. In a market where buyers could choose from many luxury SUVs, the Land Cruiser felt too expensive, especially when its features and interior did not match the luxury feel of its price.
Automakers caught in the crosshairs of the trade war, and that is putting big pressure on a company like Toyota. Phil LeBeau is live at the company's U.S. headquarters.
Buyers looking for a luxury off-roader often turned to the Lexus LX, which offered a more premium experience for a similar price, making the Land Cruiser feel overshadowed. The Land Cruiser also faced competition from within Toyota's own lineup, with models like the Toyota 4Runner and Highlander providing off-road capabilities and family-friendly features at much lower prices. As buyers moved toward crossovers and fuel-efficient SUVs, the Land Cruiser, with its heavy build and lower fuel efficiency, fell out of place in many driveways. Its sales remained low in the United States, and Toyota eventually decided to discontinue the Land Cruiser in America after the 2021 model year. While it remained popular in other countries, where its durability was unmatched for harsh terrains, American buyers simply didn't see enough value for the high cost it demanded. Though enthusiasts and collectors still appreciate the Land Cruiser for what it represents, it could not find enough buyers to keep it alive in a market focused on modern technology, better fuel economy, and lower price points. The Land Cruiser became another reminder that even the strongest vehicles can be pushed aside if they do not fit the changing needs of buyers. Number 8. Toyota Supra. The Toyota Supra is a car that sparks excitement just by its name, but excitement alone could not save it from slow sales in the United States. As a sports car, the Supra was designed for people who love speed, sharp handling, and stylish looks. However, it entered a market where sports cars are becoming a rare choice for many buyers. One of the challenges the Supra faced was its high price. Sports cars naturally come with a higher cost, but for many, the Supra's price was too steep, especially when it offered little practicality for daily use. The two-door setup and limited cargo space made it difficult for buyers to see it as anything more than a weekend fun car, which is a hard sell in a market where people look for practicality in their purchases. Another factor that slowed the Supra's sales was its partnership with BMW in its development. Some enthusiasts felt the Supra lost its unique identity, as it shared many parts with the BMW Z4, including its engine and interior features. This made it hard for some buyers to connect with the Supra as a pure Toyota sports car. The Supra also entered a declining sports car market, where buyers are moving toward SUVs and electric vehicles that offer both performance and practicality. Even though the Supra delivers a fun driving experience with quick acceleration and sharp handling, these qualities alone were not enough to drive high sales numbers. Toyota kept the Supra alive for enthusiasts who value its performance and design, but in terms of sales, it remained a niche product with a limited audience. Number 7. Toyota CHR. The Toyota CHR was created to catch the eyes of young buyers who wanted something stylish and small for city driving. Its sharp lines, sporty curves, and bold colors made it stand out in a crowded parking lot. But sometimes, looking cool isn't enough to keep a car alive in the American market, and the CHR learned this the hard way. One of the biggest reasons the CHR struggled was its lack of all-wheel drive in the United States. Many people who buy crossovers want the extra safety and confidence that comes with all-wheel drive, especially in areas with snow or heavy rain. The CHR, being front-wheel drive only, could not meet this need, pushing many buyers to other Toyota options like the RAV4 or competitors offering AWD. Inside, the CHR felt tight, especially in the back seat, where taller passengers found it uncomfortable on longer rides. The rear visibility was also poor, making parking and lane changes more challenging, which frustrated drivers who expected a small crossover to be easy and fun to handle in cities. Performance was another issue for the CHR. It offered low power compared to rivals, making it feel sluggish when merging onto highways or climbing hills. People looking for a zippy, fun-to-drive crossover found the CHR underwhelming, and families found it too small for daily life, making it fall into an awkward middle space in the market. Sales started slow and never took off, leading Toyota to discontinue the CHR in the United States for the 2024 model year. While it tried to bring a youthful vibe to Toyota's lineup, buyers preferred practical choices that provided more power, space, and flexibility for their money. Now, get ready to see how another Toyota, built for fun and speed, found itself lost in a market where people wanted bigger, practical rides instead of sporty thrills. Number 6. Toyota 86. The Toyota 86 was designed to bring back the joy of simple driving. It was lightweight, low to the ground, and made for people who loved taking corners with a smile. This small sports coupe was meant for drivers who wanted a fun, engaging ride without spending the high prices of luxury sports cars. But the reality of the American market made life hard for the Toyota 86. One of the biggest challenges for the 86 was its very limited market. It offered a manual transmission and rear-wheel drive, which excited car enthusiasts but left out many everyday drivers who preferred the ease of automatic transmissions and all-wheel drive, especially in areas with tough weather. The 86 became a car for a small group of buyers, limiting its sales potential. Another factor that slowed its sales was the American love for SUVs and trucks. Buyers were moving toward vehicles that offered space for families, shopping, and road trips, while the 86 remained a two-door car with a small back seat and a tiny trunk. Even those who liked the idea of a sporty car often chose models with more practicality, leaving the 86 with a niche audience. The Toyota 86 also faced competition from its sibling, the Subaru BRZ, which was nearly identical but came with different branding and slight variations. This split the already small group of interested buyers, further limiting its sales. While the 86 was praised for its handling and fun-to-drive nature, its low power compared to other sports cars made some buyers hesitate, especially those looking for quick acceleration and strong performance. For many, the 86 felt underpowered for a sports car, making it harder to justify as a purchase. Overall, the Toyota 86 stayed true to its mission of delivering a pure driving experience, but it struggled in a market that shifted toward practicality and advanced technology. While it will always be appreciated by enthusiasts, it remained a slow seller in Toyota's lineup. Number 5. Toyota Venza. The Toyota Venza returned to the market as a stylish mid-size crossover, aiming to attract buyers looking for a touch of elegance in their everyday drive. It featured a sleek design, a comfortable ride, and a hybrid powertrain for better fuel efficiency. But despite these good qualities, the Venza struggled to find its place in Toyota's lineup and the American market. One of the main reasons for the Venza's slow sales was its price. Positioned as a premium option, it cost more than many buyers were willing to pay, especially when the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid offered similar fuel efficiency, more practicality, and a lower price. Buyers looking for value often chose the RAV4, leaving the Venza overlooked on dealership lots. Another issue for the Venza was its practicality. While it looked stylish, it offered less cargo space compared to competitors and even other Toyota models. Buyers who wanted a mid-size crossover often needed room for sports equipment, groceries, or family luggage, and the Venza's smaller cargo area made it less appealing for these needs. The Venza also struggled with its position in a market flooded with strong options. Number 4. Toyota Sienna Current Gen. The Toyota Sienna has served as a dependable minivan for families, providing plenty of space, comfort, and reliability for years. In its current generation, Toyota made a bold choice by offering it only as a hybrid, aiming for better fuel efficiency and lower emissions. But the market for minivans in America has been shrinking, making it tough for even the Sienna to keep up with the changes. minivan sales overall have been declining in the US as families shift their preferences toward SUVs and crossovers that offer similar space while looking sportier and providing more flexible features. The Sienna, despite its comfort and fuel savings, struggled against this growing trend. The Sienna also faces strong competition from the Chrysler Pacifica and Honda Odyssey, both of which continued to attract buyers with their spacious interiors, family-friendly features, and competitive pricing. The Pacifica, with its available plug-in hybrid, and the Odyssey, with its smooth ride and practicality, made the market tough for the Sienna to dominate. The hybrid-only powertrain of the Sienna, while excellent for saving on fuel, turned away some buyers who wanted a traditional gas-powered engine or more powerful options for towing and long highway trips. This limited its appeal in a segment where practicality and flexibility are key priorities for families. While the Sienna remains reliable and efficient, it has seen slower sales compared to Toyota's SUVs, like the Highlander and RAV4, which many families now choose for their mix of space, style, and practicality. The Sienna's design and hybrid-only approach could not fully compete with the wave of SUVs capturing the family vehicle market. Despite its strengths, the Toyota Sienna in its current generation shows how even a well-crafted minivan can struggle in a market that is moving away from minivans altogether, making it one of Toyota's slower sellers in America today. Number 3. Toyota Corolla Hatchback. The Toyota Corolla Hatchback was created to add fun and style to the Corolla family. It offered a sporty look with a shorter body and a rear hatch for easy loading, aiming to attract younger drivers who wanted a mix of practicality and excitement. But in America, hatchbacks have been losing their place in the hearts of buyers, and even the reliable Corolla name couldn't change that. Many Americans still prefer the Corolla sedan, which offers more rear seat space and a larger trunk, making it more practical for families in daily driving. The hatchback, while stylish, has a smaller back seat that feels tight for passengers, especially for taller adults on longer trips. Its cargo area, although easier to access through the hatch, is also smaller than what many expect when buying a car meant for carrying things easily. Another challenge for the Corolla hatchback is the rise of small crossovers like the Toyota CHR and RAV4, which many buyers see as a better value. These crossovers give a higher driving position, more space for passengers and cargo, and a sense of safety and visibility that hatchbacks struggle to match. As a result, buyers looking for a practical small car often skip the hatchback and go for these small SUVs instead. The Corolla hatchback also faces tough competition from other brands offering hatchbacks with more power or advanced features, making it harder to stand out in a shrinking segment. While it delivers good fuel efficiency and a comfortable drive, it doesn't provide the space or flexibility many buyers want. Slow sales, compared to the Corolla sedan, show that even a well-built hatchback with Toyota's reputation can struggle in America's changing car market. The Corolla hatchback tried to bring sporty fun to daily driving, but ended up being a niche choice for a small group of buyers. But if you think this struggle was quiet, wait until you see what happened to a sporty Camry that tried to bring excitement back to sedans but faced an uphill battle. Number 2. Toyota Camry TRD. The Toyota Camry TRD came into the market to add a sporty edge to a car known for reliability and comfort. It featured a louder exhaust, firmer suspension, and a sporty look meant to catch the eyes of drivers who wanted excitement in their daily commute. But despite these upgrades, the Camry TRD found it hard to gain popularity in the United States. One of the reasons for its slow sales is the overall decline in sedan demand. More Americans are choosing SUVs and crossovers that provide extra space and a higher driving position, leaving even the best sedans struggling to keep up. The Camry, known for its dependable nature, continues to sell well, but the TRD version appeals to a much smaller audience that wants performance while sticking to a sedan body style. Another challenge for the Camry TRD is its price. The TRD trim comes with a higher price tag, but the performance gains are not significant enough to convince many buyers that it is worth the extra cost. Many who want a performance car look toward brands with stronger performance histories, or they choose SUVs with turbocharged engines and sporty trims that offer more power and practicality. While the Camry TRD provides a firmer, sportier ride, this also makes it less comfortable for some buyers who love the soft, smooth drive of a regular Camry. It tries to balance comfort with performance, but ends up being too firm for comfort seekers and too mild for true performance lovers. The Camry TRD sells in very small numbers, making it a rare sight on the roads. It shows that even trusted models like the Camry can struggle when trying to change their identity in a market that no longer favors sedans. Next, prepare to discover a car that screams excitement but finds itself trapped in a tiny corner of the market, showing how hard it is to sell a true enthusiast's car today. Number 1. Toyota GR Corolla. The Toyota GR Corolla is a hot hatch built for people who love driving. It has a powerful engine, sharp handling, and a manual transmission that makes each drive feel exciting. Toyota designed this car to bring back the joy of sporty driving for those who wanted something different from the usual cars on the road. However, the GR Corolla faces a very limited audience in the United States. It is a manual-only car, which many drivers today do not want or know how to use. This alone cuts down the potential number of buyers, leaving it as a choice for a small group of driving enthusiasts who still enjoy shifting gears themselves. The GR Corolla is also expensive for its class. While it offers excellent performance, the price can feel high for a compact car, especially when many buyers are looking for practicality and comfort in their vehicles. The interior, while sporty, is not as spacious or plush as what many buyers expect for the price, and the focus on performance means it lacks some of the everyday convenience features people want. Another factor limiting its sales is the current shift in the market toward electric vehicles and fuel-efficient options. The GR Corolla, being a high-performance gasoline car, does not align with the buying trends of many who are thinking about fuel savings and lower emissions. Overall, the GR Corolla is a car built with passion and skill, but it lives in a small market segment. It offers a thrilling driving experience for those who seek it, but for most American buyers, it remains a car they admire from afar rather than buy for themselves. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.